Welcome, everybody. Here we are again on our 30 days, 30 tips challenge on burnout. And today I'm a little bit sad because it's the day 30 of our challenge. It's the final day of the days that we're talking about burnout, stress, and anxiety. And all nice things, they come to an end, and this as well. It was a beautiful experience because I get to know you even more. I heard all your questions or your comments. Your comments and your questions were actually coming from all parts of platforms like LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube as well. And that was a beautiful interaction that we had. Of course, it doesn't end here. And I have so many tips that still didn't fit into my 30 days list. So I promise that I will come back, not only talking about burnout, but about all the topics that we used to talk in anti-loneliness. Perfectionism, that's my number one topic. Stress, anxiety, our inner critic, relationships, toxic relationships. We're going to come back and we'll continue with that. But today, it's day 30, and we are talking about burnout through the eyes of a psychologist, through the eyes of a therapist. And what I mean is that some people usually say, well, you're a psychologist, you probably don't get a burnout or you don't have anxiety. How can a therapist have depression? You know the tips, you know the tricks, you must know everything so that you can defeat it or cope with that before it comes even. Well, let me remind you two things. One, therapists and psychologists are also human beings. Two, therapists also have a therapist, which means that, yeah, we do know the tips, but there's a part of human nature that we cannot control, which is we can never be an objective observer of our own life. We can never be objective observer 24/7, and especially during periods of struggle. So it means that there are periods that we also struggle, and there's also danger that we get into a burnout. And there are many therapists, and especially now during the pandemic, therapists, colleagues, psychologists, that they're actually complaining and they're voicing these this struggle that they're going through, which is the burnout. Also, another thing that you should keep in mind is that usually therapists, they have one side of them, which is the caring side, and they do want to help. And at the same time, they have the other side, which knows what to do in order to not get a burnout. But these two can be conflicting. What do I mean? Remember when we said that burnout is a mindset? There are a lot of thoughts that actually cultivate and create a fertile ground in order for us to get a burnout. And in the case of a psychologist, is actually the mindset, the thoughts that we have, and they are examples of them are: people need me. I need to put my needs aside so that I can help other people's needs. Other people are going through worse, and I am the one who is supposed to help them and support them. I have to put my personal life aside so that I can help other people. I have to get as many clients as possible so that I can help as many as possible. So you can see that even though we know how we can take care of ourselves, at the same time, our caring side can be a little bit self-sabotaging. That's the negative side of caring. So, and when we're talking about caring, we're not only talking about therapists and psychologists. There is a huge umbrella of professions that actually are caring, and they can have a burnout as well. And these can be teachers, social workers, child protection workers, palliative care workers, firefighters even, welfare workers, any health unit professionals. So you can imagine also now during the pandemic how doctors and nurses are also suffering from burnout. Another thing, another element of this burnout that I would like to share with you is what we usually call as compassion fatigue. And compassion fatigue is and I'm quoting here Wikipedia, is a condition characterized by emotional and physical exhaustion leading to a diminished ability to empathize or feel compassion for others. So there can be a point where a therapist, a psychologist, a doctor, a nurse, or a teacher can reach an emotional and physical fatigue because of caring too much. Isn't that, something that we haven't even heard so much? We couldn't even imagine that somebody can hurt themselves by caring too much. Yes, it's possible. And what shall we do in that case? Actually, balance is the key. Self-care is the key. We need to set a boundary. We are human beings. We're not superheroes. We're not superwomen, supermen, that they can help everybody. We need to set some boundaries and save some time for us so that we can actually recharge our batteries and we can go back to helping more people. We cannot help people only. We also have to help and take care of ourselves as well. We have to focus also on our personal needs, which is also what you said before, the ABC of burnout prevention: sleep, eat, exercise, and not invalidate them. Like, yeah, who has time now for exercise? Other people suffer. No, we do need that. Otherwise, we're going to burn out and these people will remain still without help. So in order for your clients to still have you every day and for a long period and for a long time, it's essential that you take care of yourself. You set boundaries. You take care of yourself. You have self-care habits every day and maintain the work-life balance. So that was the last day of today of this 30 days, 30 tips challenge. And I'm talking about today the burnout of a psychologist, the burnout of a mental health professional, the burnout of a health professional. And I hope that was a useful tip for the last day of our challenge. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you very much for being during these 30 days, actually, with us. And it was a wonderful experience. We will continue with the tips and with the videos. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see all the videos of the past 30 days and you don't miss any of these, but also the future ones. Thank you very much. You made these 30 days really beautiful. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day.